Hey YouTubers, we're gonna get into this week video um, discussion about some things. I told you guys previously that I would be picking topics and talking from different topics for different weeks. So for this week's video, I kind of struggled a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I struggled a lot with to pick the topic. Like, it was a rough week for me. So, finally, after I was said and done, I finally came up with the topic of depression. So, I feel like that is the topic for this week. It's gonna be a little heavy, but heavy is okay. I've learned, to talk about things that make you uncomfortable. And my face is all broke out, y'all, like everywhere. Stress, like I don't even know. So just overlook all the pimples and stuff in my face, and we're gonna get into this topic. So I wrote down some notes and stuff, and as I stated, I'm gonna give y'all a little background about me and about what I consider is depression, mental health. Different people call it different things, but for me it's real simple. Depression. That's it, that's all. So, little background history on me and depression. So I believe, as far as I can remember, that I started going through depression at like 12 years old. There was this song, as random as it is, there was this song by Life Jennings, and the song was called Let's Stay Together. And the song actually I don't even think I had called myself having a boyfriend yet. So what the song meant to me now had nothing to do with my feelings back then when I was 12 years old. So I think that's kind of when I started realizing, that a bitch might be a little thrown out. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But I bullshit. So I think that's when I really started learning what depression really was. But as kids, we're taught to not really have emotions and not really have feelings and not really have opinions. And that's okay, you know what I'm saying? Because on certain stuff, no, you don't need an opinion. But on certain stuff, I feel like kids are deserved feelings. I am a sensitive person, as everyone know. And for those of you who don't know, hella sensitive. Like, somebody can say something to me and I'm in my feelings, but that's neither here or there. Feelings do, I feel like, play a big part in depression. Feelings do play a big part with your mindset and how you think, how you move and stuff like that. Well, at least for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm way too soft, way too sensitive. But that's just how I am. I think at the point where my depression really got severe, I am the third child out of 8 kids. So we always was together, whether it was the struggle, the high, the low, like we was always together, not for nothing, like that's just what it was. So it was never really that I was alone, I was just always lonely, just always, I could be in a crowd full of people, and I would still feel lonely. And so it wasn't until after I had my first child, some people know the story, some people don't. We'll get deeper into it another time. If you guys want to hear that story, let me know. So, I had my first child, and it was really trying. Went through some things. Fresh and 19, no support system. I had a few people in my corner, but what others would consider support system, it wasn't none. I was my support system. I was my go-to person. Not only my go-to person, but everybody else's go-to person as well. And it's okay, you know, because I know that some people are meant to heal others and some people are meant to be healers. And that's all I can come up with. Because I don't know what else God could have been thinking, you know. But I think that that's what he settled with me. It's like to be a healer, you know, for other people, you know, and to be able to be like, yeah, I've been there, you know, it'll be all right, you know. It's so cliche to tell people when they're going through depression, like, you're gonna make it. Like, as cliche as it sounds, like, that's really what's keeping a lot of people here. It's the simple words of, you gonna make it, it will be okay, you got this. And, you know, to be fully honest, for me, I think when we talk about depression, most people think depression is, oh, I'm sad, oh, I don't want to eat, you know, oh, my feelings hurt. No, depression is crowd full of people and you still feeling lonely. Depression is staying in your room because you got dark curtains and you don't want to deal with the light. Depression is not eating for days because you just can't stomach. Depression is having to get up and take your kids to school and you have to drag yourself out of bed just to get your kids to school with a fake smile and all. Some people can't get up. Some people push through with a fake smile and be like, I got to do this. I'm that person, you know, depressed or whatever, because at the end of the day, I feel like the only way to get past this or past it is with a push, you know. I just, in my mind, I feel like it's always, you know, it's not, oh, that person's depressed because she's going through something. Sorry guys, I just washed my hair, so it's still kind of leaking. So if y'all see me with my little towel, just, I'm trying to keep it from running down my face. So depression would be, you know, for me, you know, not eating, not going anywhere, not wanting to go to work, not wanting to deal with life. Like, people get up every day on a daily basis and be like, fuck this shit, I don't want to deal with it no more. Me, you know, it's 7 days in a week. It's guaranteed 2 days I get up, I'm gonna be like, here we go. Like the TikTok say, I gotta I gotta go in here for 8 motherfucking hours and be fake. But you have to. People say, don't fake it till you make it. But in the world of depression, you have to fake it till you make it. You gotta get up and smile every day, even if you don't have nothing to smile about. Find something to smile about. You know, I have a little motivation. I feel like my kids are my motivation. You know, I know that this is not something that I want to inflict on my children, you know, nor is this something that I want my children to have to deal with either, you know. So in my mind, I just feel like it would only be, you know, responsible. I would only be responsible enough to, you know, protect them from being there, you know. Everybody have different things. Some people go to therapy, some people listen to music, some people pop pills, some people smoke weed, some people drink alcohol, some people write in journals, you know. But not for nothing, you don't know at what point do you be like, okay, I gotta get out this bed. Okay, I gotta go get my kids from school. Okay, I gotta go fix my kids something to eat. Okay, I got to push. I got to push. But not only that, depression is being at work and trying to find a reason to leave. Depression is, you know, staying on the phone gossiping all day because you ain't got shit else to talk about, because everything in your life makes you sad. Everything about your life when you're going through depression, it's literally everything about your life. It could be some things that has absolutely nothing to do with you, but because you're depressed, you're going to feel a way about it, or that's going to affect you in a certain way. I don't think that people understand how depression affects people around them. I know most of the times when I'm sad and I'm going through something, my kids feel me to the max. And I got one kid that just love on me, and I got one kid that just show out. But I can't fault them for that, because in my mind, my feelings are an inflection of their behavior. How I feel will determine the manner of how they feel throughout the day. If I'm sad and depressed and I'm crying and I don't want to be bothered, and that's an everyday thing, they're going to think that that's norm. It's not norm. Norm, I don't know what norm is. I know that's not. So, not for nothing, But I have learned that there's a few things that you can do. I don't think that there's a cure for depression. But quick as they found this cure for corona, you never know. But that's neither here. But that's neither here or there. I found certain things that work for you in order for you to be able to have a better day. I have what I consider spells. Like, I could be doing cool for like 2-3 weeks. I'm good. No, I have mood swings. Mood swings is just something that's, I feel like I was born with them. Like, born with them. That's it. That's all. So mood swings is not nothing, but getting up, every day and pushing forward, steady trying to do your best in this life, get up, take a walk, read a book, listen to some music. Music is like my escape. I feel like every singer, not every singer, but the kind of music that I listen to when I'm going through certain stuff, there is certain music that just resonates in my soul, whether it makes me cry or whether it makes me be like, ain't that, there's certain stuff that you can do. Some people cook. I like to cook. I like music. Those are my outlets, Some people eat. Some people work out. Find you. Oh, I sounded like I stuttered just. Find something that works for you, find something that pushes you to be a better person. Find something that makes it okay to be sad and still be able to push through life, because at the end of the day, depression is not wanting to die. Depression is wanting to stop hurting. Like, as many times as I done been there, suicidal thoughts, everybody knows suicide come with depression. Nobody really wants to talk about suicidal thoughts. However, I feel like it's something that should be talked about. People don't know the race of suicide. I don't know anybody that's been taken by suicide. However, I do know that I myself have attempted suicide. And I know y'all about don't want to hear it. But suicide is literally one of the main side effects to depression. But it's not that I want to kill myself because I want to die. No, it's I don't want to be here no more. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of fighting for my family, and my family's not fighting for me. I'm tired of making an effort in my life and nothing is working out. I'm tired of doing this and that doesn't work out. So I try to do this and that still doesn't work out. So at this point, you begin to feel like, at what point do it stop? At what point do the pain stop? At what point do the tears stop? At what point do I have a moment in life where I can be like, I'm doing good? But the moment you say, oh, I'm doing good, I ain't had no spell, I ain't had no episode here lately, boom, there it go. It's like a trigger, a mental trigger, so if it could trigger like that, in an instant, you can lose your sister, you can lose your brother, you can lose your cousin, and you'll never know why. All you'll know is, I'm hurting, or this pain is affecting me, but you don't know what that person went through before they hung that rope, before they used that knife to slit that wrist, before they hit that vein in their leg, before they jumped off that bridge. You don't know what what was going on through them folks' mind. Because when I was in the state, some of everything went through my mind. But it was the instant repercussions that was going to come had I decided to take that. One, knowing that that's unforgivable in the Lord, in the eyes of God. I know that. But I still feel, how I feel. I'm hurting. I'm tired. I don't want to do it no more. At what point do I catch a break? At what point do I find people who care about me the way I care about them? At what point, my brother said something to me, and he said, I know what I want. This ain't what I want. And if I can't have what I want, then I don't want to be here. And as much as I felt like, no, don't say that, it's going to cause too much ruckus, I felt that in my spirit, because I don't want to have to keep struggling. I don't want to have to keep fighting through the pain. Hell no. I want to get up and be like, okay, it's all right. But where do I start? You can't talk to people because they just judge. And it's probably going to be 150 people judging this video. I don't care. I'm doing this for my release. I know it's other people out there right now who dealing with what I'm dealing with, who feeling these feelings that I'm feeling. And at the end of the day, I feel like it's nothing that can be done about it. You have to trust God to know that God is going to give you the peace and the sense. Insomnia, that's another one. Can't sleep. Like, I can't sleep for shit when I'm depressed. I'm up doing nothing. It would be a difference if I was being productive, but nothing, doing nothing. And then that brings along a self-esteem issue. You feel like you ain't doing nothing with yourself, except for just sitting around. Now you're feeling all sad about yourself. You're feeling ugly, and you're feeling like you ain't worth it. And I'm feeling like I'm fat, and I'm feeling like my teeth too big, and my face too bumpy, and my acne's never going to get better. And nobody's ever going to love me. And I'm in this world all again. And then I'm back at square one. Feeling hopeless, feeling shameless, feeling doubtful. When I know for a fact that it's going to be all right. So how do you really cope with it? How do you really learn to deal with it, as people say? How do you really know when you can't take it no more? If every time you're at the pushing point, something comes along and say, hey, it's worth it. Hey, try it again. Hey, it ain't that bad. You'll never know because it ain't meant for you to know. So if I had to leave with one message, my message would be continue to push, continue to fight. Because even though life is whooping our ass, like, we have some pretty days. I do. I'm gonna get up and put these lashes on and wash this face and brush these teeth and try to put a little swoop or something, in this hair, make it drizzle real quick, even to just make me feel like something. Like right now, I feel ugly. Like, people don't know. Nobody will ever really know how much it's taken for me to sit in front of this camera with no filter on my face, no makeup, no nothing except for these raggedy eyelashes where you could literally see the glue. But I'm not doing this for nobody else. I would appreciate it if you guys, shared it, with somebody who you feel like is having depressions, and somebody you feel like got some tips for me. Drop some comments, leave some topics, leave some suggestions. Because at the end of the day, we fighting a war. And it's not a mental war. I mean, a physical war. It's a mental war. It's a spiritual war. I tell people all the time, I'm having a spiritual war, and nobody understands. But because I can get up and be like, okay, nobody will never know unless I say something. Because a face can disguise anything. A little makeup, a little eyelash, a little earring, they can make a real big difference. So at the end of the day, be kind to people. You don't know what else somebody going through. You don't know what the breaking point is for them. And just because something don't matter to you, don't mean you dismiss it from another person. Because just because somebody feels some type of way, don't mean you got to feel the same way. But that don't mean you got to discard the next motherfucker feelings either. Be careful how y'all treat people. Because at the end of the day, you don't never know where you could be. You could be here one day and gone the next. Like this fly finna be. Here one day and gone the next. And all people is left with is, oh, I should have said this, or I should have said that, or I should have done this, or I didn't do that. But at that point in time, it's a done daughter. It's over with. Whether it's by suicide, whether it's by health, whether it's by a bullet, whether it's by a car wreck, a house fire, whatever it's by, that's going to be left on your conscience of how you treat people. And that's that. That all ties. I know I said depression. I talked about like 3-4 different things, didn't I? But it all ties in together. I don't want to die. I want to stop hurting. I want to stop crying. I want to stop struggling. I want to get out of bed. I want to go out to eat. I need to go to the store. Some people don't wash they rumps, but to each his own. I'm going to wash this. This dumb truck back here. I got to wash that, baby. But I get it. I done been there where I didn't want to. I did it because I had to. But I done been there where I didn't want to. I done been there where I said, fuck you. Lord, I'm done. Lord, I'm tired. I'm calling my sisters. I'm writing letters. I'm making my pleas. Making it right. Until I came to the realization that at the end of the day, it ain't nothing that sweet old cola can do. Because it all lies in the hands of God. I can control my feelings. I can learn to turn them on and turn them off. But I ain't even got to that point. So I be hurt about everything. I haven't got to the point where I'm able to let it go. Let stuff roll off. Because I live by a principle in life. Do me how I do you. Treat me how I treat you. Most of the times, if I done been through some shit, or I done went through some shit that you going through, or that I may see you going through, I'ma holler at you about it. Because I done been there, and I done done it. Y'all take my tips. Y'all take it easy. And thank y'all for watching as always. Drop your comments, subscribe, share it to your friends, let your people watch me. I'll be back probably this weekend with another video, or next week, depending on how things go, how my comments respond and stuff like that. Appreciate the feedback. Appreciate the love to everybody who came along and subscribed for me. Appreciate everybody who watched my last video. Appreciate everybody who gonna watch this one. Y'all help your girl go viral.